Okay, so today's agenda, we are going to talk about digital transformation and why it is not negotiable in today's business landscape. And as most of the organizations and large scale organizations are digitization their processes. Okay, why it is important in the current landscape? That is what we will see. How can SAFE help us in terms of digital transformation, and how is this? What do we do in the SAFE transformation, and how does a SAFE transformation engine look like? We'll talk about that. We will also explore key roles in SAFE. Now, honestly, 1 hour to 45 minutes is not enough to explore key roles in SAFE, but I will give you a high level idea of couple of roles in SAFE, which will generate curiosity in you in order to see how you can put yourself into those shoes and how you can shape up your career. Probably we can keep that as our objective rather than learning the entire depth of the roles in this current session. We will also talk about, if time permits, the challenges of the transformation and what kind of framework SAFE gives in order to do the transformation, and how do we measure the success criteria for the transformation. Last two topics are little advanced topics, but again, based on the time permits, based on that, we will go to those slides. Otherwise, I would also like to park some Q&A session for you guys at the end of this session. All right. So let us go ahead. And I think Sushila has already introduced me. I'm been working in SAFE for almost like 7 years now, and I'm an agile coach and a transformation consultant. I work for various companies. Okay, so now we will start our today's conversation with why digital transformation is not negotiable. So, in order to understand that, we will first go through a quote from Dean Leffingwell. Okay. So, here, Dean Leffingwell, who is the creator of SAFE, what he says is every business is a software business now, and achieving the state of business agility means that entire organization, not just the development, is engaged continually and proactively delivering innovative business solutions faster than competition. So, if I have to underline, entire every business is a software business now. What do we understand by this term? He's saying any business is a software business. For example, let it be you want to travel. If you want to travel, you go to a travel booking site and you book tickets, you book your flights, you book your hotel, you do cancellation, everything, all your itinerary is all set under one umbrella, under one app. Everything is digital. Okay. Let it be, automobile. All the manufacturers of the car these days, let it be BMW or Mercedes, they are all putting the software engineers in the driver's seat. What does it mean? It means that most of their cars are coming with Internet of Things. They are getting automated advisories on the go. Okay. Let it be food delivery business. Let it be hiring a cab, or let it be banking. All of this we are doing via digital way. So let us elaborate a few examples here in order to understand what is the impact of digital transformation or the digital age. So if you go back in time, few years ago, we used to order groceries and household items by physically visiting to the markets or stores. So there was no concept of online shopping then. So we used to physically go to the shop. We used to figure out what products we want, purchase the product. Sometimes the products are not available, then we have to go to another store. Okay. And if we feel that some prices are expensive, we have to physically visit between multiple different stores and compare the prices. Okay. And in order to compare the prices and get a good deal, you require multiple physical visits, and which is time consuming. But today you have this grocery deliveries or food deliveries or online shopping, okay, at your fingertips on a mobile app or on your desktop web application. So you can do everything whatever been comparing prices from different vendors, ordering things. And why is it possible? It is possible because all of these businesses, let it be grocery business or online shopping business, everything has become digital, and without digital now we cannot survive. Okay. Now let it be, take the next example of cab booking. So in order to find a cab earlier, what we used to do physically, probably in the Indian context, we used to have the taxi stand or the cab stand at a particular corner or particular streets. We go visit there, or we used to designated taxi area. We go visit there and hire a taxi or cab. Over a period of time, we used to call the call center of a taxi and order a cab, and the call center in turns calls the taxi person if he is available, or if that taxi person is available and how long he is going to take to reach this particular location. They gather all the locations, and then they will call us back and they will confirm whether our taxi is available or not, right? So this is how cab booking used to work, and cab used to accept only cash earlier. Now, without the cab booking, without the app, with this app and the digital age, we are able to do all of this: booking the cabs, finding the right cab, going to the location. We are able to track when the cab will come, etc. Right? Take for example online banking. Earlier, we used to visit physically to the bank. Now, everything happens under one umbrella. Okay. So, what does it mean? It means every business we are looking as a software business. So, simply the businesses are not like banking business or cab business or food delivery business. Everything requires software. So, hence, it means it's a age of digital transformation. So, what organization needs to do in order to compete in this digital age? Okay, in order to compete like this in the digital age, what organization needs to do? In order to compete, organization needs to go through these three phases of digital age. Okay, the first phase is nothing but the installation period. Then you have the turning point and the deployment period. In the installation period, what we are talking about is the organizations understand what are the new technologies which are available in the market. For example, the technologies are like, the AI, ML technology, cloud infrastructure, on-prem deployment, the cloud deployment, whatever technologies, whichever they have, right? So they need to understand what are the various technologies which are available to us in the market. Second, once they explore what technologies are available to the market, the organization needs to investigate how these technologies can be used for their underlying business, okay, or underlying business in order to deliver innovative solutions to their customers. Okay, they need to investigate and explore that. And once they understand that, they are into the turning point and they start implementing that. Deployment period is they are starting deploying. They're understanding that, okay, this is how I am going to leverage this technology in our solution for the benefit of our customers, and they start deploying their solution. And sometimes they are successful, sometimes they are not successful, they need to pivot. Okay, but many a times people are successful. For example, they are successful, and when they are successful, they start making money. So every organization needs to go through these phases, and they need to reach into the deployment period, and they have to build innovative solutions faster than the competition. Okay, now in this context, from the book Project to Product, which is authored by Mick Kirsten, what he says is those who master large scale software delivery will define the economic landscape of 21st century. So what he's saying is, uh, it's not only enough that not only sufficient that you are able to develop software, but you need to be able to develop large scale software in this digital age. You should be able to deliver features to the market as fast as possible than your competition. Correct? And hence it is important for all the organizations or enterprises today to go through the installation phase, turning point, and deployment period. So where are these various companies now? Most of the organizations, some of the organizations are still figuring out what are the new technologies which are available. Some of the organizations are in the turning point. Some of the organization, probably like Netflix or Amazon or Meta and whatnot, they are already in the deployment period and making profits, right? Correct. So that is what has been happening. So now it's a era of digital age and digital transformation. And because we talked about digital transformation, we will quickly go through the definition of digital transformation. So digital transformation is a process of adoption and implementation of digital technology by an organization in order to create or modify existing products or solutions, right? Okay. By the means of translating the business process into a digital format. So the overall goal for its implementation is nothing but to increase the value through innovation, invention, and improved customer experience and efficiency, and essentially maximize our profits. That is why we are adopting to do digital transformation. Okay. So in order to compete successfully in the digital age, organizations must undergo significant changes across various aspects of their business. Okay. Now, which could involve basically adopting new technologies, as I discussed earlier, shifting their business models also, or fostering the culture of continuous improvement and innovation. Now, in order to do all of this, we require kind of a framework in order to do all of this. Now, that framework is nothing but the SAFe framework. And now we will discuss in the second topic, SAFe as a transformation engine. So how scaled agile framework will drive organizational change. Now, in order to understand that, how SAFe will act as a transformation engine in order to drive digital transformation, let us look at how the enterprises actually started, the profit making enterprises actually started. So when the enterprises started, when the company starts or an organization starts, they start with a small group of people, right, working together. Now this network here shows a small group of people who are working with each other and delivering value to the customer. So they are a customer centric company, which is like a startup company. Okay, they are a small group of people. Now this small group of people, they are organized around the work and their customers. They are fast moving, adaptive, nimble. Their roles and reporting is fluid, meaning it is like flexible. Okay. Now, because it is flexible, it helps everyone to collaborate naturally, talk to each other naturally. There is a lot of transparency, a lot of alignment in terms of what is required from the customer standpoint. And if customer is having a need, everybody will jump in to solve the problems. All the teams are motivated and work together in order to solve the problems, explore new ideas, and meet the customer needs. So in many ways, here this organization is like a startup network or an entrepreneurial network. That is what SAFe says. And this network of group of people, they are focused on one thing, which is nothing but customer centricity. They are always everyday, day-to-day basis, they are putting customer at the center of everything and all the decision. And such kind of companies start making profits and they grow, they get a lot of work. Okay. Now, as the enterprises grow, what happens? As the enterprises grow, we want to form a hierarchy in order to operate. So what happens is they start forming hierarchy. They create departments. Okay, the enterprise wants to scale, right? So in order to scale, they create departments. They create functional groups. They want to hire experts. They hire specialists. They put policies around the departments and procedures in order to operate. Okay, they create the rules for operations, right? And the reason why this hierarchy is created is because of efficiency and stability. So if you have hierarchy, you get efficiency and stability in the organization. Correct? Now, as the hierarchy grows, what happens is every department, the silos will start building here. So now they don't want to talk to each other. The collaboration reduces because they are from different department. These guys are from different department. These guys are from different department. Okay. However, what we believe is we are still delivering value to the customer. However, we are not delivering value to the customer. We are only listening to some goal which we have created for independently for our own department or for our own functional groups, and we have created functional silos within our hierarchy. So now what happens is our mindset of startup network is no more there. We have a hierarchy in order to operate, but hierarchy we created in order to create efficiency and stability. Right? Now with this, what happens? The customer centricity gets crushed. Okay. Only the hierarchy is remaining because now we want to work independently within our own groups and our own departments. Now, whether our organization is still focused on delivering value? Actually, no. So the hierarchical organization mindset conflicts with the entrepreneurial network mindset. So what is that we need to do? So in order to again bring back the focus to the customer, what we need to do? We need to start the startup network once again. Now, in order to start the startup mindset, what SAFe is suggesting? So this is the SAFe framework. So this is the SAFe framework. What SAFe framework is suggesting is nothing but from the traditional hierarchy, we will be able to build the value stream network back again. Now, what is value stream network? If you have not heard the keyword value stream is nothing but sequence of activities which an organization does in order to deliver value to the customer. Sequence of activity that an organization does in order to deliver value to the customer. So, for example, simply put, if I can just give a simple example, think value stream is nothing but a product line of a customer, okay, which is nothing but concept to cash, what is making money. So what SAFe is saying is from this hierarchy, we will bring anyone and everyone from different hierarchies, to form a value stream network. That is what SAFe is saying. Okay. So value streams are very key for SAFe in order to operate. Now, let us try to explore some examples of value streams. What are some examples of value streams in banking and finance industry? In banking and finance industry, what are some value streams? If I ask you one question, think of how does a bank make money? How does a banking or a financial institution make money? Okay. So in order to make money, they offer consumer loans or mortgage loans or whatever loans. They have investment services. They have credit card services. Consumer loans, investment services, credit card services are independent value streams of a bank at a high level. I hope this is clear, right? Consumer services, investment services, credit card services, independent value streams. So there are three value streams. Bank can have many more value streams, which I have not listed, but there are three value streams here, which I'm talking about. So what SAFe is saying is nothing but bring from these silos of the groups of organization, bring people from different silos in order to deliver value. Because in order to build such a large scale products like the consumer loan product, which includes core banking, core banking application, loan originating system, credit scoring system, and many other systems, we require about 300, 400, or 500 people in order to work. We required people from different departments to come together and deliver that value. So we need to bring all of those people together, and we call that network as a startup network or value stream network from the vocabulary of SAFe. Now I'm just drilling down a little more into the value stream, and I've considered here a consumer loan value stream. Now, what is this consumer loan value stream here? Here in this value stream, I'm just telling you what is happening here, right? So this person is nothing but requires a loan. Loan is needed for a end user. Okay. Now, in order for the loan to be needed, first thing is the bank needs to attract the end user. The bank needs to provide a quick rate code to the end user. Then the end user here will complete the loan application form. Then these people who are working in the bank, these are the people who are working in the bank, the operations of the bank. They check whether this person is eligible for the loan. They do the underwriting. They extend the loan terms. They award the loan. Okay. Then they set up the payments, auto debit setup from their account, and everything will be done. Finally, the customer will repay the money, and we make profit and we close the loan. Okay. Now, what is happening here? If you see 20 years ago, if somebody would have taken loan, 20 years ago, if somebody would have taken loan, how much time would have taken in order to disburse a loan? Probably it would have taken 2 months or 1 month to disburse a loan. It would have taken 2 months or 1 month to disburse a loan. But today, if I tell you, hey, we are a bank, we will give you loan within 10 days, will you come to us? Probably not. Okay. We need to go to the market as fast as possible. So this time line needs to be reduced. In order to reduce this timeline, we have to automate or digitize all these processes by creating automation or implementing multiple software or digital system. For example, now we are creating a channel system here. Now channel system is nothing but going to attract the customer from different channels, probably from probably from social media, digital marketing, email marketing, or maybe newspaper ads, or maybe whatever various channels. There are various ways in which we can do this marketing, right? So there is channel system. Then there is loan originating system where the customer can fill the application form. As soon as the application is form is submitted, the bank managers can review their credit score, get the approval done, extend the loan term. All of this is done in core banking system and award loan and so on and so forth. Now, what I'm trying to share here is with you, if you clearly observe from the digital transformation point of view, this is the original operational value stream. These are the sequence of steps. So this is the original operational value stream. This is called as the operational value stream, the first one. And the bottom one is nothing but the um, development value stream. What is development value stream? Development value stream is nothing but the software or the digital systems which will make this overall process faster, and we can give loans probably like immediately or within a day of time, within 2 days of time, as long as the documents are correct, right? So we need to build these systems. Okay, and this is what is digital transformation. That is what all the organizations are going through. What SAFE is saying is, in order to build all of these systems, we need to bring anyone and everyone required to deliver these large scale systems into a concept of value stream, or we have to bring them into a large group of team of agile teams. The team of agile teams is also called as agile release trains. So this is a new terminology. If you are not aware, agile release train. So we need to build anyone and everyone required to create this software into a team of agile teams, which is called as agile release train. So this is a train. Train is nothing but having multiple bogies, which contains multiple teams, which will deliver this value to the end user, right? We need to build this. Now, when we build this, that is how it will look. So this is nothing but the startup network, which, and the example of this is nothing but a agile release train or a value stream. Okay, agile release train, again simply put, is nothing but multiple teams coming together to deliver the value. Multiple agile teams. Where are these people coming from? They are coming from different departments. Now this is a cross functional agile release train. So here there is no reporting hierarchy. Everybody is working together like a startup network in terms of delivering value. This is the first and foremost fundamental concept of SAFE. What SAFE is saying, that we need to start identifying the value streams and forming the agile release trains. That is when we will be able to, that is where we will be able to successfully do the digital transformation. Otherwise, your digital transformation will be in bits and pieces, which is like project managed. There'll be one project worked by another team, another project worked by another team, and they are not talking to each other, and we will not be able to integrate and deliver the value seamlessly, right? Okay, and guys, while I'm talking and speaking, if you guys have any questions or something, please start putting in the Q&A. Right now I will not have time to look at the questions, but at the end of the session I will try to see, based on the time permits, how many questions which we can take, or the important ones definitely we will take. Okay, now I will now move into the next topic, which is the SAFE roles in digital transformation. Now, there is a SAFE framework, which I'll be showing you in the next slide. The SAFE framework is a very busy framework, and there are too many icons on this. And this session will not be able to do justice on this particular framework. However, what I can just want to point out is nothing but a SAFE portfolio. There's a portfolio contains value streams here. These are the multiple value streams. So if you were working in a bank and if there were 3 value streams, there should be 3 gray lines here, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and each of this line will have a agile release train. This is nothing but a train is nothing but team of teams, team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4, which delivers a one or more solutions in order for that consumer loan offering. Okay, that is what we are talking about. But in this session, we will zoom in a little bit into this particular framework, the bottom half, which is a little simpler to understand. And we will explore the key roles of SAFe, which I have highlighted on the screen, right? Now, this configuration of SAFe is called as essential SAFe configuration. Okay. Now, what the fundamental concept or building block of SAFe is nothing but Scrum team. Okay, Scrum or Agile team. So the fundamental building block of SAFe is nothing but Scrum or Agile team, which contains a product owner, Scrum master, and the team members. This is the Agile team. The Agile team can implement Scrum, or they can implement Kanban, or they can implement Scrum as well as Kanban for managing the flow of work. They all work together and they are all aligned together with the team backlog. The team backlog contains user stories in order for the teams to deliver. They apply built-in quality practices and they deliver value each iteration. Iteration 1, iteration 2, iteration 3, iteration 4, iteration 5. A set of 5 iterations is called as a PI. PI is nothing but a planning interval. Set of 5 iterations is called as planning interval. Okay, planning interval is a time box of more than 5 iterations. And if people are confused, what is iteration? Iteration is similar to sprint. It is just like an interchangeable word. Iteration is a terminology used by SAFe and sprint is a terminology used by Scrum org, right? So they work in a PI, which is nothing but about 5 iterations, and the team will incrementally deliver value at the end of each iteration. That is nothing but they implement Scrum. Now, what I said is we need to form agile release trains. What is agile release train? Agile release train is a group of 50 to 125 people coming together to deliver a large scale application like consumer loan application. Correct. Now, when there are 50 to 125 people, which is nothing but about 5 to 12 teams will be there on a agile release train. So there will be about 5 teams or 12 teams here, up to 5 to 12 teams. Each team will have their own team backlog. Every team will do their own iteration planning, daily stand-up, iteration review, iteration retrospective, and their backlog refinement. And because they are part of the same train, visualize this as they need to travel together in order to reach the goal. Okay. Now, in order to travel together, in order to reach the goal, they need to also collaborate with each other in order to manage and fulfill their dependencies. Correct? They have to collaborate together in order to manage and fulfill their dependencies. So, at a team level, what are the various roles which we have at a team level? In SAFe, at a team level, we have roles like product owner, we have Scrum Master, and Agile team. Okay. Now, what does the product owner do? Product owner is a person who connects with the customer and understands the stakeholder requirement, customer requirements, okay, and the product requirements and creates the user stories here. And he is an integral part of the team. The product owner is the integral part of the team, works with the team in order to provide the vision for the product for their team, what their team is doing, and helps in prioritizing the backlog and maximize the value that the team delivers. Product owner also reviews the work delivered by the team and accepts the work. What does the Scrum Master do? Okay. The Scrum Master is a person who is a Scrum expert or a Agile or a Kanban expert and all or three and a SAFe expert. Okay. So Scrum Master in SAFe is nothing but who instills the Agile mindset to the team, is a facilitator, servant leader, conflict resolver. Okay. Conflict resolver. And he holds all the team together in order to track and manage the progress, track and manage and motivate the team and manage the progress and keep things transparent and builds the trust in the system and builds high performing teams. What does the team do? The team builds, defines, designs, develops and tests the software, okay, and deploys it wherever possible, right? That is what is the team does. So there are 3 roles at a team level. So if there were 5 teams or 6 teams, if there were 6 teams, there are 6 probably Scrum Masters, 6 product owners, and a bunch of team members. What is the team size in Scrum? About approximately about 10-member team. Okay, this is nothing but a team size, correct? So less than or equal to 10 members. So you can have less also, you can have more also. Sometimes the scrum masters could be shared with two teams if the number of people may be less. Again, it depends on the organizational strategy, or the product owners could be shared, correct? Now, what does the scrum master do? Whenever there are dependencies, whenever there are impediments with the team, the scrum master resolves the impediments. And as the scrum master resolves the impediment, the scrum master is moving the ball forward to the forward in terms of accelerating the flow of value by removing or helping them to resolve the impediment. Now, the scrum master himself does not resolve the impediment, because scrum master is a non-technical role. Scrum master will facilitate resolving of the impediments. Product owner will provide the alignment to the team backlog, right? Now, it is not only one team. Now we have 5 to 6 teams or 10 teams coming together, and that is nothing but a train. Now, how do they know what they have to deliver and what they have to develop? At this level, at this train level, and this train is called as ART. I'm repeating again, the train is called as ART, Agile Release Train, team of agile teams. Agile Release Train. Okay. What is this Agile Release Train? It is 5 to 12 teams coming together in order to deliver value. They are all aligned to the ART backlog. They are all aligned to a common vision. They are all aligned to the common roadmap. Okay. Now, who creates this ART backlog? What is there in the ART backlog? The ART backlog contains features. The ART backlog contains features which are created by the product management. Product management is an external facing person. Okay. Product management is the external facing person who understands the needs from the stakeholders and the customers, creates high level features, creates the features and acceptance criteria and business benefits. Then at a train level, we have system architect who collaborates with the product management in order to understand what are the new features which are coming their way. And the system architects continuously evolves the architectural runway. The architectural runway evolving is shown here. What does this mean? We just do just enough architecture, okay, and this line is going down. It means that now we are implementing on that architecture, again implementing just enough architecture, and again implementing the new features or new user stories on top of that architecture, right? That is what so they create the architectural runway. What does the RTE do? You can think of, simply put, RT is like a chief scrum master of the train, or the coach for the train. Like Scrum Master is the coach for the team, RT is the coach for the train. So if you guys, so you guys must be like thinking now which role probably will suit you in terms of safe, right? If you're already being a manager, you know, who you're already working in Agile, you already know somewhat Scrum and whatnot. Okay, you can probably be a Scrum Master, but if you are already able to manage multiple Agile teams, probably you can see if you can accelerate your career towards release train engineer or something similar. If you are into business analyst, or if you are into domain specific, probably product owner or product management role will probably more suit you. Okay. And I'm not explaining the details of the role. Every role is having a role specific course in order to understand the details of this course. Correct. Now, what does the RTE do? RTE is like a scrum master for the train. So whenever there are impediments, so at a team level, if there are impediments, the scrum master takes care of it. At a art level, if there are impediments, which is nothing but one team is not talking to another team, one team is not uh, respecting the agreement with another team, okay, the RT will take care in order to facilitate those impediments and move the ball forward. The fundamental responsibility of the RT is nothing but to coach the product management, to coach the system architect, and to coach the art. Okay, build high performing cross functional agile release trains. Make sure there is a proper flow of value or flow of features. Features are getting delivered as fast as possible. And at a art level, they are also doing planning for every PI. So once in 5 iterations, they do something called PI planning. So RT is responsible for doing PI planning. You might have heard of something called release planning or quarterly agile planning or whatever, right? So PI planning is something similar, but not exactly similar. In a PI plan, we plan for about 5 iteration, where we also engage business owners and stakeholders, and we write team level PI objectives in order to see, in order to create an alignment with the business owners. And that is the reason business owner is another role. Now, business owners are the stakeholders or the investors, okay, who understand the business, and they can take decisions at a agile release train. They are also key stakeholders on the art, right? So what does the product management do? Product management uh, builds the takes care of prioritizing the feature backlog. Product management owns the vision. Product management owns the roadmap. Okay, product owner and product managers will closely work hand in hand with each other. The scrum masters and the release train engineers closely work hand in hand with each other. The development team and system architects also closely work hand in hand. But it doesn't mean that these guys are working like this. It also means that there is a collaboration between these three roles: the management and system architect. The reason there should be collaboration, because if there are new features which are added, the system architect will create enabler features. Enabler features are nothing but technical features which are required to implement the new business features. So if you see in this particular backlog, some of the items in the backlog are blue and some of the items in the backlog are red. Here also in this backlog, there's some items in the backlog are blue and some items are in red. Red items are enabler items. Enabler items are the items which are technical work or technical plumbing work, which needs to be done even before implementing some big features, right? This is at a high level, the roles and how safe works. So in order for safe to work or a agile release train to work, there are various key essential elements. Here you need to do PI planning, you need to have a RT, you need to have business owner, you need to have product management, system architect, you need to have team of agile teams, which is nothing but agile release train. Okay, and when you do PI planning, and every team goes and does the iteration planning and incrementally deliver to achieve the PI objectives. This is what is at a high level safe framework. Now, this safe framework helps in tracking and managing our digital transformation or large scale software delivery. It provides you all the guidance and guidelines required to do it. So it scales not only this much. There is this previous framework which I did not discuss. It scales up to the portfolio. It also talks about budgeting and all of that. For now, in this particular lesson, I will not, in this particular master class, I'm not going to touch base upon that because of the time constraint. This is at a high level. What are the various meetings which we have? At a team level, the inner circle is nothing but a team level. The outer circle is the art level. So inner circle at a team level, we have iteration planning. Then we have team sync. Team sync is like your daily stand-up. Then you have backlog refinement. Then you have iteration review. Then you have iteration retrospective. These are the 5 events. Now at a art level, there are corresponding 5 events. Like iteration planning, there is PI planning, where all the teams will come together in order to do the PI planning together, and RTE facilitates the PI plan. All these events are facilitated by the RTE, okay, or the product management. Code sync is nothing but your Scrum of Scrum event, where RT facilitates the code sync in order to see if there are any impediments in the current delivery. PO sync is another meeting which is facilitated by the RTE or the product management along with the rest of the POs in order to adjust any scope, in order to communicate any dependencies, or in order to, understand what are the trade-offs which we need to do, or what is the change in the priorities we need to do. That is what happens in the PO sync meeting. At the end of every iteration, or after every iteration, whatever features are completed, we demonstrate the features. So there is a corresponding event. Iteration review, we show the team demo or completed user stories. Here we show the feature demo, the completed features. Then we have iteration retrospective to continuously improve. We have inspect and adapt to continuously improve and do problem solving. You have backlog refinement. Okay, here at this level, you have prepare for PI planning, which is nothing but a larger backlog socialization. correct? So most of the ceremonies at a art level are driven by the RT, except the PO sync meeting. Okay, if the product management is new, the RT can do the PO sync meeting also, but over a period of time, we have to hand over to the PM. And all these meetings in the inner circle are executed are facilitated by the Scrum Master. Okay. However, the driver for this meeting is nothing but product owner for iteration planning, for backlog refinement, product owner. The key stakeholder is product owner, okay, facilitated by the Scrum Master, and the team provides the demo here. Scrum Master facilitates the iteration retrospective where we can improve and reflect, right? And take the improvement processes. Okay. Now, why people are using SAFe? Now, people are using SAFe because they get these four benefits. Most of the CEOs are happy about SAFe, okay, because you get employee engagement and they can see results from up to 10 to 50% of happier and motivated employees. Okay, we can also see faster time to market. Whatever we were doing releases now, our frequent delivery we can have. We can release our value frequently, 30 to 75% faster. Quality improvement, 25 to 75% quality improvement, productivity improvement from 20 to 50%. Now, don't think you will get all these numbers at one shot, but systematically, at least in one or two areas, you'll definitely get, and the other areas, you'll at least get some or the better results if you thrive to achieve for it. And these are the results which are coming from the case study. So if you go to scaledagileFramework.com and there is a link of case study, okay, you can go and see that these results are picked up from there and these are not coming simply. Now, while you're implementing such kind of a large scale transformation in an organization, there are always challenges. I will not touch base upon in detail in the challenges because we are running short of time. But at a high level, there is resistance to change. At a high level, again, leadership buy-in, breaking down the silos, inadequate knowledge, skill set, unclear objectives. Okay. And managing complexity of scale. Okay, these are the various challenges which we have. Now, in order to minimize or mitigate these challenges, what SAFe has done is SAFe has given us an implementation roadmap. So if anybody is interested in really doing digital transformation or being a transformational consultant, there is a course called Safe Practice Consultant, SPC course, which is a 4-day course, okay, which will teach you how to implement and identify value streams and do the transformation. And they will teach you all the steps which are required in detail, okay, in the 2 days. And the first 2 days going in teaching the SAFe framework, which I just covered at a very high level. In last 15 minutes, they'll probably teach you for the 2 days. And then next 2 days, they teach you this entire implementation roadmap in order to take your organization through a transformation journey. And if you become SPC, you'll also be able to teach classes like way I do, like, Scrum Master classes, product owner classes, and so on and so forth. If you are interested, you can do that. And for your internal organization training purposes, you can train people in this one. Now, how do we measure whether we are successful in transformation or not? Again, I will cover this at a very high level. There are three metrics which we are talking about covering, and that is what SAFe says. We want to talk about outcomes, we want to talk about flow metrics, and we want to talk about competency metrics. What is outcomes? Outcomes are nothing but outcomes are nothing but goals which strategic goals which our value streams have achieved or the agile release streams have achieved for our business. What are the strategic goals? Usually strategic goals are defined in the objective key result format. Okay, so we measure the outcomes that indicate our progress in achieving our objectives. So, but I will not get into the details of the OKR. We also measure the flow. How is the flow? Are we able to deliver value faster than before? So we track flow velocity metric, we track flow time metrics, we track flow efficiency, we track flow predictability, and we track flow distribution. All these 5 flow metrics we track, and based on the flow metrics inside, we continuously review. Okay. One of my favorite metric is nothing but the flow time metric. Flow time is nothing but the cycle time. It's nothing but we track how quickly we are able to deliver a user story from the time it becomes active to done or accepted state, how quickly we are able to deliver the features from the time it has been active to the done or the accepted state, right? So that is nothing but our cycle times. And if our cycle times are high, we need to go and do a root cause analysis in order to understand where we as an organization needs to improve, and based on those improvement we will be able to. So that is one of my favorite metrics, but there are other force flow metrics also which will give various other insights. Now what I will go into detail is nothing but competency metrics. There are 7 core competency metrics, but I will not show you all of them, but I will tell you where these all of them are available. These are all available in a so let me just open this. They are all available in the Scaled Agile Framework website here. So if you go to, yes, sorry, there is a glitch in my browser. Just give me a moment. Okay. So if you go to this particular framework here, so there is this link called Measure and Grow. So I clicked on this link, Measure and Grow, and probably I can copy paste this somewhere here for all of you. And it is very useful link, which talks about outcome competency and flow metrics. And you can read this entire article. If you scroll down, and if you scroll down, there are various metrics which are available here, assessments which are available. I will pick up team and technical agility. You can, if you click on this, it will download a Excel sheet. But I have already downloaded a Excel sheet, and I will show you directly that team and technical agility. So if you click on this, it will download a Excel sheet. Now this Excel sheet here, it talks about assessing the team's agility. So agile teams, there are various sub-dimensions, whether our team is goal oriented. Okay. So now here what we are trying to do is, so there are various ratings which are available. Here you can put whether our team is goal oriented, and you can put a comment. This is a real example which we did. Our team is having shared understanding of goals. Our team writes iteration goals and reviews it. So we talked about it and it is true. Okay. Now the next one is nothing but our team operates in an environment of psychological safety. The next one is nothing but our team has all skills necessary to deliver our work. Our team operates in a sustainable pace. So see seriously, see the series wise there are questions or statements which are available, and these questions or statements you have to evaluate from a Scrum team, and they can put X here, or probably they may feel okay this is more true than false, and they may put a X here. Based on where you put a X, there is a macro which is available here, and it will put the value for your dimension, your total value for this particular score, and the sum total for this dimension. There are multiple dimensions here and multiple things where we can do. Okay. So for example, we incorporate feedback from customer. We continuously improve flow of value. Our team practices both pairing and peer review. Our team applies collective code, collective ownership. Our team texting practices catch defect early. All of this in 1 to 5 scale, when you rate, you will automatically, it will plot a chart here like this. Now this chart, based on this chart, probably if you see in 1 to 5 scale, built-in quality is very low. It is less than probably 2. So what you need to do is go to the built-in quality and try to see why built-in quality is less. So if you go to the built-in quality here, just give me a second. I will just hide this. Okay, so this is built-in quality here, this particular. Now, what are the things which where we are going wrong? Our team gathers feedback. Our team, our solutions meet appropriate. Where have you scored low? You take those items and you can improve on those items, and you can systematically improve your results. Okay, this is how we measure our transformation in SAFe, whether we are able to achieve business agility, whether we are able to deliver right value at the right time. Okay. So I'm going to, I think that is what I had to discuss from the standpoint. However, from this digital transformation and how we can apply SAFe standpoint and what are the various key roles. So here now we have, I mean, if in case if you want to further read and further explore SAFe, and if you are going to be a leader or transformational consultant, probably these are a couple of things which I'm recommending to you. Maybe the leading SAFe course or SAFe practice consultant, lean portfolio management, where you learn about more on value streams, budgeting, portfolio. Then there are role-based trainings like SAFe Scrum Master, Product Owner, SAFe for Teams, DevOps, Agile Product Manager, Release Train Engineer, and SAFe for Architects.